a name? What's in a name? Toastmasters speak.
Queen Elizabeth once said, "What's in a name?" What? Wasn't it Queen Elizabeth? I know that. But Mr. Shakespeare, how did that make you feel? Pretty offended, huh? What's in a name? Everything is in the name. Your identity, your reputation, your will. Eroda Venkatappa Ramaswamy, my South Indian friend, who likes himself to be addressed as EVR for the convenience of his North Indian friends, once went to watch a Hindi movie. EVR is going to PVR. My friends laughed. Now I hate to raise the dead, but Mr. Shakespeare, don't you have any pity for your fellow humans whose names, which attribute to their villages, forefathers, the An, Ban, Shan of their clan, have been reduced to a rhyme, EVR, PVR, like one of your poems? When I was born, my Tauji, uncle, came to see me from America. And just like the Americans, he kept on addressing me as honey. Such a harmless endearment, no? But you know what my parents did out of it? They made khichdi out of lasagna. They named me honey. My naive parents understood honey only either as the sweet liquid dabur packed in glass jars and sold in the market, or the syrupy fluid the bear ate in Mowgli's jungle book. How I wish I could have spoken to them as a newborn. Mom, Dad, are you off your rocker? Or at least given them some signal, like puking on their face or burping real hard right up their nostrils, to stop them from tagging me honey. Imagine my name on the passport. Before marriage, Honey God. After marriage, Honey God Sharma. Teacher taking the attendance in the class, Honey God. And getting confused whether to look where the girls sat or the boys. And then me, shyly lifting my hand up. Present please ma'am. And the entire class laughing in humiliation. But God is great. Thankfully, He's not named Shakespeare. One morning, when Daddy sat in meditation, a rose fell on his lap from the sky. The bells of heaven rang in his ears, and he came up with a celestial name for his daughter. From Shakespeare, he became Archimedes, fully clothed, shouting, "Eureka, Eureka, people of the world! From now on, my daughter will be called nothing else but Sneha." Mommy interrupted. "Oh, but honey was so cute. Let's keep it as a nickname, no?" And so I couldn't save myself from being tagged honey, not at least in my neighborhood and in my home. You know, once in the middle of the flight, Mommy came running down the aisle and said to me, "Beta honey, put some long in your mouth, otherwise you'll puke. Honey this, honey that." The passenger sitting next to me understood that it is not out of love I am being called honey, but it is my damn name. Honey is burnt. But you know, what really comforted me was when I shifted to a new neighborhood and discovered that the neighbor's daughter is named Tui. No, Tui is not her nickname. It's her real name, Tui Upadhyay. Such a serendipitous name, no? Like when apple dropped on Newton's head and did not bounce back. Tui. Also, my husband's very close friend is called Ganju. The poor guy wouldn't respond if called by his real name. He's made to become addicted to it. Once out of consciousness, his father kept on addressing him as Siddharth, Siddharth. He wouldn't respond. Then suddenly out of frustration he shouted, "Ay Ganju!" Boss, all the bald men standing in the C21 mall's school stationery section got offended and started giving me to that old man. One uncle started adjusting his wig. And sir, you tell me what's in the name? You know what was the most historical mistake I ever committed in my school life? Forgetting my lunchbox at home. In the recess, I saw my uncle waiting at the school gate. I tried to duck, but just at the time when my neat classmates were crossing him, he shouted over their heads, "Honey, your lunchbox!" The next moment, people were wondering, who is this crazy girl jumping on the school boundary wall when the gate is open? But looking back, name and all, I'm left with only one regret. My husband never lovingly calls me honey. He's got his nice alibis. Madam Toastmaster.
No, for sure. So I would like to invite their speech evaluators to provide report. I'll start with Toastmaster Tanish for evaluating Toastmaster Sneha.
Leaders of today and tomorrow. Today, Toastmaster Sneha enlightened us that appearances are not everything. With an amazing speech title, she educated us and commented on the great Shakespeare, What's in a Name. Now, in order to evaluate her criticism of Shakespeare, I would like to use the English word her. Starting with H. I absolutely loved her relevant humor in the speech. Her speech was full of very relevant examples that people could relate to and thus they laughed. Relevance with the audience, connection with the audience is very important for you. So I absolutely loved the ideas that she used to connect with the audience using humor. Then E. I was amazed by how expressive she was. It was irrelevant whether she is communicating non-verbally or verbally. She had amazing facial expressions, she had amazing body language, great stage coverage, even her verbal communication was very expressive. It was filled with very wise choice of words which were very vivid. So I absolutely loved how expressive you were here. Now, as Toastmaster Abhinav said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. And since you are a champion, you might be having feedback for breakfast, lunch and dinner. So let me offer you some for the dessert. Coming to the R, rhythm. While you had great engagement with the audience using humor and expression, I feel your whole speech was in a monotonic rhythm. Basically, there was no highs, there were no lows. Now, in order to work upon that, what I would recommend is that plan your speech as a sinusoidal wave. You start at normalcy. Then you build up the momentum and take it up to the top. This is the peak point where you engage the whole audience. Then you continue with your story. You take it towards the top. And then you reach the lowest point. Now again you have the audience hooked. Then comes the time for your conclusion. You again start building up from there and reach up to conclusion. Now it's irrelevant whether you want to start with normalcy, whether you want to start with the high point, whether you want to start with the ending point. What's very important is that it should have that variation to make sure that your speech is like a music. It is full of various rhythms, not just a single rhythm, not a monotonic tone. So to conclude, if you were to make sure that your H humor and your E expression are as good as they are today, and you could work on your R rhythm, I'm very sure that your reign as a champion might even outlast Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Over to you, Chandrajibai.
Live power drum, Toastmaster Himanshu.
If I play it from only one side, the sound isn't perfect, right? Don't you think our lives is like this power drum? One side being our family, other side being our friends, relatives, etc., etc. Right? We aren't the both opposite sides. The balance between the both is important. So with this power drum, I wish you all a very fantastic good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. wrestler. Then too, she used to serve me with delicious aloo parathas with topping of life lessons. She used to love me a lot. With time, I grew up, started going to school. Every kid there came with a vibe, so easily got their tribe. But because of my flabby body, nobody used to talk to me. They used to award me with various comments. You are fat, you're such a dark person, stay away. On one gloomy afternoon, I came back home with eyes full of tears. My grandma came to me. What happened, my kid? Why are you crying? Nobody talked to me. Nobody is my friend. I don't want to go to school. Oh, my kid. I'm your best friend. Don't worry. On a similar day, my grandma realized that instead of aloo parathas, it's time to make me as fit as fiddle. So next morning was anomalous. Not at all normal. She took me to the morning walk. But next mornings, a few days it continued. With time, I lost some weight. During that time, I realized that my grandma didn't have any problem with my body, but she had problem with my thinking. That I wasn't able to love myself. She used lot of positivity in me, and I made some friends. After some time, I grew up and I made friends. My grandma was very happy that now I have friends in school. I got indulged with them so much that indulgence made my grandma feel equal. With time, I got a cell phone. After coming from the classes, I used to talk to them in my grandma's time, in my family time. My grandma used to wait all day to eat with me, to listen to all my chit-chats. But I was busy over a phone call or over a chatting with these guys. I didn't realize that I wasn't the only one growing in the family. Everybody around was growing, even my grandma was. One morning, I was getting ready for the school. I saw my grandma lying on the bed. I went to her, hugged her. Her body temperature was as hot as fiddle, as hot as fire. I saw, Grandma, what happened to you? Nothing. Go away, don't hug me. Grandma, nothing like this happens. Please get well soon. Okay, bye-bye, you'll get late. My dear friends, who knew that bye was actually a goodbye? My grandma left for heaven. And what she left for me was just a realization that family time is important. Friends are important. But your family is over your friends. In this world, kids are always busy over their phone, busy chatting with their friends. And they forget that their parents, family, grandparents are also growing. School got ended. Another college life started. Some of the friends left the school and went to the another city. Contact got strict. College started. Made another friends. Group of friends were always changing. Only few were constant. Because of them, I missed the time with my grandma. College got ended. Some got their partners. Some shifted to other cities. Another contact stream. With time, I million times looked for my grandma and missed her. I was looking that, is she waiting for the food? But I couldn't see her. Then I realized, my friends, there should be a very thin line between your family time and your friends' time. Because family time won't come back. And if you are getting the family time, you are very lucky. Because many people don't even have families. And I want to convince you all that I'm not here to oppose any friendship. Friends are the one who, they are the sparks of the light that brighten our good friends, but definitely you will see your family praying to God for your good health. So I want you all to give your proper time to your loved ones, your spouse, your partner, your parents, and everybody. Don't even forget to maintain that thin line. And it is very, very important to make your life as a power drum. Maintain a proper balance for a healthy rhythm of life. Thank you. Bye.
Now moving on to the second speech evaluator, we have Toastmaster Bhushan, evaluating Toastmaster Marshall.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Unfortunately, Toastmaster might be here today, but I will present my report here. She is a wonderful speaker. I have seen her. The best part, I noticed prop usage. If I have to highlight three important aspects of her speech, she is wonderful or the beautifully usage of that prop. Number one. Second, voice modulation with drama. So that is the best part I usually love. She plays that drama or role playing very well, and sometimes it improves the impact of your speech. That is second. And then third and important aspect is the emotional touch in her speech. And she is again a very good storyteller. Other than this, during her speech, I noticed she was using this space wonderfully as well as meaningful hand gestures, so which actually helps to improve the impact of your speech. Again, there is a scope of improvement. If you want to become a powerful speaker, she always aspires to become a public speaker. So, a couple of points I noted, like there is a need of appropriate pause, and I noticed while going through this journey during her speech, she used personal, family as well as friends examples. There is an appropriate pause needed, and then you shift from one example to second example, and that is what I will say appropriate pause or proper transition is required. Second and very important, prop usage is for improving the impact. She was using that prop for the whole time. Sometimes it is powerful, she was using it, but I always feel that prop should be used to improve the impact, and so that audience get, oh, this is how it is improving the impact of speech. This is again my personal opinion. And third and important aspect is a part of this speech they have mentioned, and because of that, the education can note this speech is disqualified because they have specifically mentioned if the member appears to be talking at the audience instead of interacting with them, he or she is not fulfilling the goal of speech. So as a speaker, you have to remember whatever the speech you are giving, there are specific objectives you need to achieve. So I will pass this message to her. Otherwise, she is a good speaker. She come on a short notice many a time, so preparation may be lacking. But again, I enjoyed her speech, always inspiring and motivational for audience. Thank you very much.
Toastmaster Sneha, if leadership were a color, what color would it be and why? If leadership were a color, what color would it be and why? Toastmaster Sneha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin. I think that's a very wonderful, creative, and philosophical question. If leadership would be a color, what color that would be? I think that color would be black, the one that I'm wearing right now. Because I feel black is a very absorbent color. It absorbs all the colors of the rainbow. Every color that you paint on it will not be visible. And it inculcates, the color inculcates in it very perfect. Just like a leader, when there is some issue or flaw in the member, the leader takes the responsibility. I feel metaphorically black is the color that really dominates all the color in the way that when there is a blame that has to be taken, the leader always becomes the scapegoat. But then when there is a credit to be given, it always gives the credit. The leader always gives the credit to the member. So I do feel that when the lighter colors, especially when the lighter colors, they feel very, very comfortable and sheltered when they have a leader like that who is ready always to take the charge and take the responsibility and allow themselves to blend in itself. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'll invite Toastmaster Siddharth, who will be presenting his counter report.
on using the repetitive word so, and you chuckle a lot. Not a lot, but you chuckle repetitive. Toastmaster Jatin, 0 filler sounds, so congratulations. Very good audibility. Your repetitive words were so and yeah. Toastmaster Harshit, 8 filler sounds. Good and clear tone. General Evaluator Abhinav, congratulations, 0 filler sounds, 0 pause counts. Good and clear tone. Although you chuckled a few times, which you can work upon. Toastmaster Kosef, you use 6 filler sounds. You can be a little loud, although the room is big, there's no mic, but still you could have pushed your voice. Toastmaster Amar, only 1 filler sound. Toastmaster Anushka, more than 6 filler sounds, 2 pause counts, but your pauses were very good, very purposeful. Toastmaster Sneva, it was exceptional and unparalleled, 0 on every count. Toastmaster Himanshi, 3 filler sounds, but very good audibility, superb tonality, and very, very illustrious. Toastmaster Bhushan, you use more than 7 filler sounds, 1 pause count, very good tonality, very free flow of ideas. Your repetitive words were so maybe you can be mindful of that. Future Toastmaster Pranav, the flow of thoughts were very good. You used only 1 filler sounds. You used the word so repetitively, but it was purposeful. And you were giving your female talking speech in a very causational manner. So even though you used your words so repetitively, it was purposeful, so no harm. Future Toastmaster Nitin, 2 filler sounds, very patient and mature tone that makes you look really reliable and very trustworthy. You use the repetitive word so. Toastmaster Rishabh, only 1 filler sound, very good tonality. Toastmaster Shivani, 5 filler sounds, but you had this tone which was very authentic and very beautiful. You also used the repetitive word so. Now, having said that, there is one tip I would like to share with all of you so that you can work on your crutch words. You can train your crutch words with AI now. So what you can do is go to office365.com, make your account, get access to the latest PowerPoint presentation. It is free of cost. There you have an AI where you can train your speech in front of a camera, and it will give you a report of your word per minute, your tonality, and your crutch words, and it will also mention what those crutch words were.
Activity. So right now, all of your task is, I will calling the name, and you have to appreciate another person. You can choose who's the right, and that appreciation should be on. It would be a positive, but should be on a positive side. Okay. So I'm just taking the name, and you have to give the appreciation to anyone as of your choice.
So I would like to appreciate one of my friends who is Pranav. Out of the context of this meeting, he's been a really good friend of mine. So as anyone of you know that we in our life, we have a safe space. So he as a person has been my safe space, and I appreciate that. Thank you for always being there for me. Yeah.
And I hope you also join the Toastmaster and be the safe space for other people as well. If Toastmaster Jatin allows to be the safe space for other people. Okay. Now your turn. You can pass on to anyone, like appreciation for any one of the person. Yeah. Try to give appreciation to the people who you met for the first time today in the meeting.
I pass on appreciation to our mutual friend Pradesh, because it was on just a single call that a friend told me just got here. So I like those people with the qualities who are able to get out of their comfort zone, go into some uncharted territory where they do not know what will happen, and then further navigate from there. So I really like that. Thank you.
powerful one. He takes the calculated risk, and that's the another quality of a leader. Now I will give it to one of the Toastmasters, otherwise it would be the friend circle thing. Now it will go pass on to Toastmaster Ganesh, and then these four will play. Okay. So I will pass on to Toastmaster Anushka.
I would like to appreciate the very illustrious Toastmaster Sneha, as we all know that she is the the public speaker for we all admire her really. We all see the good qualities in her definitely, but for me she was my mentor since I have joined Toastmasters, and she have helped me throughout.
Toastmaster Harshit. You can take someone from outside. I mean, those who are not present as well.
I mean, I'll appreciate Toastmaster, the senior Toastmaster Kusum here. He has been not just the guideline for me in my Toastmaster journey, but for the entire club I at least. So, yeah, I don't have to say much in everybody recognizes this.
That's actually very cool thing. And for me as a person, BTM Bhushan sir literally helped me a lot. Like, he being in the club is kind of a motivation for all of us. So that's it. Now Toastmaster Monica.
I want to appreciate Toastmaster Himanshi because she has a very good sense of humor, and she always come up with something new thought, and I always appreciate that because I want to be that type of that kind of person because she is very creative, and I always think that how could she think like this and use in her speech every time. So yes, really commendable.
So that's all. You have appreciated each other, right? And as a leader, you have to do the same thing. If you want appreciation, people also want the same. So that's you need to. This is the major key point you all have to learn as a leader, even as a friend. That you need to learn how to appreciate someone. It could be a very small thing. And if you are sitting, all of you are here, and majority of you have got some kind of appreciation. And if one person, suppose for example, when Toastmaster Anushka was speaking, I could see the smile on Toastmaster Sneha's face. Because she was telling in a very genuine manner, and she was listening in a very genuine manner. And that is what you need to do as a leader. So now you have this key point. One more, as we have Vice President membership for the club, we have Club Growth Director for the district. And today we have a Club Growth Director, Toastmaster joining for me. Please welcome him on the stage.
Good afternoon, good evening, that's right. Good evening, everyone. I'm in a fix to understand how you guys managed to come on a Sunday evening where each and everyone should be chilling around. I saw some really nice spots in Indore. So this is the second time I'm coming to Indore. And I saw some really nice spots in Indore. And not being part of those places, rather you decided to come and be part of it. Can anyone help you understand why? For me it's as clear as mud because I can't even understand the fact. Can anyone of you help me with that?
Maybe Arshid and I am part of this class since now. So we kept this, you can say, tradition. There was a feedback to change even our name from Transcendence to Toastmaster, but still we relied on that and we resisted. I resisted, and we keeping that thing. And again, there was a feedback to shift on Sunday, but we decided let's be Saturday 6 to 7:30. If people want to improve, they will come. So I think so far this journey is continued and we are successful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for each and every one of you for coming on a Saturday evening. If you ask me, I'd be chilling out somewhere with my friends and family, but kudos to each one of you in this range traveling across. And I'm happy I saw some illustrious speakers today. I was going to ask Neha where is your turban today that you carried all along the elements from Indore to Ahmedabad, but she's not, unfortunately she's not carrying it today. Can I have a marker? Since Akriti told you all that I am a district officer, can anyone of you help me understand what is the speed that represents next to each of these clubs?
President distinguished.
Yes. So a huge round of applause for Transcendence and Impact Toastmasters Club for being president distinguished in the program here. For the new folks, it's a highest recognition a club can achieve after fulfilling certain criteria, which obviously will be explained tomorrow's the training that you're going to have. So it's a huge achievement that both of the clubs have made, and I'm glad that Indore Entrepreneur Club has also few members I think so have come in for today's session. I'm really glad with the fact. As a district officer, my earnest request is to the members, please to support your club officers, and to all the club officers within the club, please reach out to your district officer, your area director and division director for any kind of help that you need, because we are here for that. My last thing and a closing one, my district director wants that this year we go beyond the dashboard. So make sure we are just not targeting those 9 or 10 DCB. It's more important the quality that we are offering to our members. So how many of you are proud to be a part of Toastmasters and proud to be part of this two clubs? Why don't we spread it across to other members, and why we don't have the kind of a culture that whenever we are coming on a Saturday, you pull along a family member or a friend or a colleague whom you feel can really help them grow in Toastmasters. I myself has grown from someone who used to be scared enough, sitting at the corner and not taking the opportunity to come on the stage to today speaking in front of you in this manner. So please be mindful of the fact that we are fortunate enough that we got this platform, why not extend it to everyone. Also, these two very strong clubs, I request why not help your other clubs to also grow and achieve those things that they have achieved. And there is an award for that as well, that's a Helping Hand Award. We'll be discussing it all together tomorrow. With that, I hand it over back to Akriti and expect these two clubs to grow again and achieve that President Distinguished in the program on 23-24.
Please welcome our very own Division Director, DK and
Hi. Good evening, Indore. Good evening. It was great to be from Bombay, getting the range, and I thought I'm getting the range here. I'm already flying. One thing you remember when we came here, when we said, actually invited us that take the seat in the front of the start of the meeting. The reason we stopped it was, I looked at the art on the report, I looked at the grammarian, and I looked at the evaluator. And I thought we don't stand a chance here to speak. So we thought after the meeting over, we don't have anyone to evaluate us. That's the reason we came in time. There's always a great round of applause to this amazing meeting. I've been a Toastmaster for 8 years. This is a great meeting. I loved it. And the spirit of the Toastmasters is amazing. The senior people like Roshan and Akriti, I've been working with her last year. Amazing support from Harshit. And Tanisha is working hard on the Toastmaster Club. Tomorrow is the TLT. How many of you have registered for that? So on a Saturday evening at 7:30, why don't we do the work and get everyone registered tomorrow? It's a good learning experience. I'm sure you will meet a lot of people. Toastmasters is not only about speaking, leadership, but networking also. Why don't you make new friends, learn more about different clubs, how people are. And obviously the district officers are there to lead you guys. Not taking much of your time, but definitely make sure that everyone is there. Thank you very much.
This platform really interesting and encouraging to improve your stage, improve your communication skills, and improve your body language. Finding a good platform to have a positive framework in the next coming days. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's go to Jatin's friends. So yeah, how did you like it?
Whenever we learn something, it is very important to have a proper discipline and consistency, whatever work we do. So I believe that this platform is a really great help for us, for newcomers, and I look forward to be on this platform for a longer time. And thank you so much.
Hello guys, it's just that there is no such thing as failure, there is only feedback, which is what we get from this club. So, as we are trying to improve ourselves, exert ourselves, our mental horizons, the most important thing I've found about these clubs is we get instant feedback about our performance. That is, I think, is the most valuable thing to me, so that we can just improve upon and track our progress in the next meeting. So yeah, that's what I do. And I also look forward to doing it.
Shivani?
It was an amazing experience. I love the way everyone is participating in this space.
Joydeep, Dishant, any feedback from your end, any specific recommendations? Something we can do to improve our experience?
We love the meeting and very I love the meeting